Have you noticed that everyone around you is complaining about food? How food is so expensive? Going to the supermarket, and it doesn't really matter which one you go to. Everything is skyrocket. This economy is going through some crisis. Even with the ones who are collecting SNAP benefit are still complaining. A lot of them are saying even when they try to do the bare minimum, they can still hardly survive using their SNAP benefits. I mean, it's getting really bad out here.
SNAP benefits. This is going to have major effect on all of us, guys, not just the people who are losing their benefits. Because you need to think, all these people who are losing the ability to buy food when the economy is already in the gutter and things are already at just ridiculous pricing. How do you think that they're going to survive? What's next? Theft? They're going to have to start stealing food, which means prices are going to raise, which means they will lock things up, which means we might be in martial law a lot sooner than we thought. Because when they have to start controlling the food centers, the Walmarts, martial law, that's when bread lines and everything will start. Okay. When the food centers are no longer secure, that's when your lockdowns will really begin. And when you take the SNAP benefits away from all these people who already have nowhere else to turn, what do you think is going to be the result of this? These people are going to get into survival mode here soon. Whether they come to the stores and start rioting and ransacking the shelves in the stores, or they start coming to your cupboards, they're going to come looking for food here soon, because that's survival. Guys, this isn't good. This isn't good. And I hope that you guys are having discussions within your community about how to take care of one another. This economy is in the gutter. It's done. And they're going to flip the switch here soon. All right? They're lining up all the dominoes and they're knocking them down. And unless you are a billionaire, you are going to be affected by this. You are going to have a lifestyle change. We are talking about a financial reset, a world currency reset. This isn't done every couple years. This is very monumental, guys. So please take this very serious. This isn't conspiracy. This isn't, we've been hearing this forever. No, you're watching it in real time now, guys. And things don't happen overnight. Rome was not built in a day, and it's not reset and destroyed in a day.
I myself is going through the same experience. I can't buy as much anymore. I can only pick up the main things that I need, because anything over that, I'll be spending over $200 and $300, and that's not something I want to do.
You guys realize that there's so many people talking about the food stamp cut that's going on, as far as like people not getting their food stamps for the month of November. But what I'm gonna say is probably not going to benefit you or change the narrative of what's going on for the month of November. But what I am going to say is that you guys realize that around the first of the month, when the majority of people get their food stamps around the first of the month. Not everybody. Some people get them like on the 3rd, the 15th. It all depends. I don't know if it goes by your last name or what. But majority, if not all of these grocery stores around the U.S., they depend on those billions of dollars worth of food stamps to come in every single month. They prep for it every month at their grocery store. That's why when you go into a store around the first of the month, you see fresh grapes. Everything looks so fresh and pretty because they know that it's going to leave those shelves quick. You guys realize, even if it's just the month of November and people don't get their food stamps, do you know how bad that's going to hurt the grocery stores? All those turkeys that's coming from all those farms that's going to sit there, millions of turkeys, they're going to have to get that stuff away. They can't let it just sit there and spoil. All that meat that sits there, guys, they have to mark that meat down and give it to you and sell it to you for discounted prices. Only people with cash is going to be able to afford that food. You guys realize how bad it's going to hurt the meat producers, the butchers, the farmers, the people who produce the vegetables and everything. So this is way bigger than you guys think. A lot of people is thinking, well, Thanksgiving's going to be bad. It could be bad if people don't get their food stamps because they're dependent on it. But just think about how big of a freaking disaster it's going to be on our economy, man. All it's going to take is just 1 month of people not getting their food stamps, and watch what happens in those grocery stores. Those meat prices is going to drop those vegetable prices is going to drop. Those fruit prices is going to drop. They're not going to throw that stuff in the trash can, guys. Not when they can at least make something off of it.
So this is for y'all that don't know how much baby milk actually costs and why we need the WIC program, which is set to be, the funding is set to be cut off next month. Just one of these. Look at these prices, y'all. $44. This is how much in, do you guys know how long it takes to go through a can of this? Like, this is crazy. Look at this little can, and certain babies need specific types of milk. This is $61 for one container. $52, you guys. $60. This is why we need the WIC program, you guys. There is no way possible that these women are going to be able to afford this milk. That is ridiculous. They are setting us up for failure.
So I work for the welfare office in my local county. I'm in Pennsylvania, and we received an email today, this afternoon, that SNAP benefits, food stamp benefits, if the federal government is still shut down, will not be released in November, and that any applications after the 15th, which were 2 days ago, will not be issued. So it is true. I know we're seeing a lot of different stuff online, articles, but it is true. I've been officially notified as an employee with the state at the welfare office. So if the federal government does not come up and running as of November, food stamps will not be issued.
Okay, so we're kind of in trouble. The USDA just sent out a nationwide notice saying that every state that participates in SNAP is not to dispense any SNAP funds November 1st. Like literally a direct notice to not dispense any SNAP. So whatever you got now, you hold on to it. If you just received it, buy smart, buy rice, buy beans, anything that's shelf stable. Whatever you get with your benefits this month needs to be shelf stable. That is top priority. Get in touch with your local pantries, because I know that I am. That's for God sure.
What I will say, you may have to be creative on how you cook, meaning cooking meals that can last for 2-3 days, and try to eat out less, because food out here is not cheap anymore. It's not. And when you really think about it, you're eating much healthier when you cook your own food as opposed to be buying a lot of fast food. Now, the fast food is where it really gets us. We feel like $8 and $10 aren't a lot of money, but it is, because when you take a look at it, going to Burger King and purchasing a Whopper meal, you're spending over $12 for a Whopper meal. And you know, back in the days, you could have got 2 Whopper meal for $12. You know, so it adds up. You know, so you got to train your children and let them know we got to eat from home. Start cooking up those provision so food can hold them, as opposed to buying, you know, all these snacks and thing of that nature. You just have to minimize some of those things. I know it's getting hard, and like right now, we're not seeing any improvement. And the only thing that we can do right now is just to be smart and pay attention and learn to be creative with what you have. Be creative with what you have. Do the best you can. Start buying Kool-Aids. Here is my tactic. I started to purchase everything that I need and not what I want, because sometimes we tend to buy and sometimes we don't even use it. And so for right now, I just buy exactly what I need, because this market is going up. We're going through a financial crisis. A lot of us are going through in this economy. Rent, insurance, car market collapse. If you take a look around, just pay attention. I want you to think about it. I think the safest thing right now to do is to start farming. Yes, in your backyard, try to put your pot together, 1 and 2 things, even if it's just pepper or some provision or something that you can, you know, provide for yourself, because it's getting really bad out here. It's not only me, a lot of us is going through it. Not to mention this government shutdown. A lot has been going on, and we're going through this crisis right now, and the only thing that we can do is to pray through it, because we don't know what else to do. Listen, I know it ain't easy, y'all, but I'm not the only one going through it. A lot of us out here is going through it, and we have to be smart. I want to hear your thoughts on this video. Let's talk about it.